Queensland Minister for Climate Change and Sustainability, Kate Jones, was special guest at a ceremony to celebrate the creation of Queensland's newest national park. In the town of Kowanyama on the west coast of Cape York Peninsula, government, Indigenous and conservation representatives gathered to help commemorate the 20-year fight of the local Kowanyama people to manage the old Mitchell-Alice Rivers National Park. The significance of this event is that it is the first existing national park to now become jointly managed between the Queensland Government and traditional owners.
If you're not involved and you're not a traditional owner of that country, it is difficult to know how do you connect there. And only the traditional owners passing that knowledge down. And that's where my knowledge comes from. And I'm very glad and happy that today marks a day in the Cape, and I hope in all Australia that today is a day that the government recognise our native title holders, that you and I and they can work together, not on a different path. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Minister for Climate Change and Sustainability, Honourable Kate Jones.
Thank you very much, and thank you so much for inviting me here today for what is a home. And as we've heard here this morning, this has been a really, really long journey to get here. And for me personally, it's a great privilege to be part of something which is so historic. As the chairman just said, this is the first national park to be returned to the traditional owners for their management under the joint management arrangements that we have in place. So this is very special, and it's something that hasn't come easily. As we heard, there's been lots of talking for a really long time, but we finally got there, and it's such a pleasure to be here to celebrate this today. And it's also a clear indication of what the pathway we see forward in regards to land tenure management here on the Cape. And as you know, a number of partners have been involved in making this special day happen, from Balcanu, as well as the Kowanyama Land and National Resource Office, and also through our Site process as we deal with land tenure management right across the Cape going forward. We've learnt the lessons from the past. As you heard here, this happened in 1977 with no consultation. Today we have a very different process in place. And through Site with the Land Council, Cape York Land Council, Balcanu, our conservationist representatives, we are much more working towards a joint management approach. And through this, we've actually delivered over 500,000 hectares of new national park on the Cape, but more importantly, 580,000 hectares of Aboriginal land has also been recognised as the Aboriginal freehold of the Cape.
Oh, it's been a great day, eh? It's been a long time coming. We've been working on this for a long time, and you know, we've seen a lot of elders pass away since the beginning of the talks, back during the old Aboriginal Land Act tribunal days. We all know they're still with us here and watching the proceedings today, but we're really chuffed. I'm as a manager of the Land Office, we're really looking forward to working with the parks on this agreement. You know, we'll be here to help as the Aboriginal Land Management Agency from Kowanyama in the management of the park. And yeah, we're real proud of it, of the mob and the kids here today, just the show that we've had. Well, as far as management and the environment goes, it's part of a jigsaw puzzle for us, because we've always said that you know, you don't manage a little national park the size of the Mitchell-Alice River National Park as a little unit on its own in a sea of other land. So with the management plans that we've got for the larger area, both Orana, Septon and the Kowanyama Aboriginal Trust lands that we got our native title on yesterday, where you know, it's part of that larger picture, and it's going to mean an extra job for somebody from Kowanyama, one of the TOs in our office, and resources to be able to manage the park.
Andrew Baconian for the Australian Conservation Foundation here. We've just had the signing of the Indigenous Management Agreement for the Errk Oykangand National Park, which was formerly known as the Mitchell-Alice Rivers National Park. It's the first national park to be handed back in Queensland to traditional owners. It's been a great day, lots of fun for the family, with heaps of kids turning up and with the local school putting on some traditional dancing. Now lunch is being served and we look forward to having a look at the park later this afternoon.